What's going on, everybody? Welcome to The Obsession. I'm Carl Buffy.
I'm Mike Stadler.
How you been, bro?
I've been great.
Really?
Great.
Well, we've been out and about chasing whitetails for the last couple of weeks.
We have been busy, that is for sure.
We have been busy.
It has not been an easy whitetail season.
It's kind of been one of our tougher ones so far.
I think so, for sure.
And let's just talk a little bit about why it's been so tough. Number one, weather's not cooperating.
Correct. It has been unseasonably warm.
Yeah.
Unseasonable winds.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever had this many.
Yeah.
It's the southeast,
southeast. Yeah. Winds that aren't predominant for sure.
No. So.
Movement.
Nighttime.
Yeah. Or none.
Or none.
How many days did we sit with no movement?
Quite a bit. Our cameras showed a lot of nighttime movement,
Yeah.
but I think that's, weather and time and
Right.
not moon days. I'm just going to say
I
that.
also think, you also had this, not as bad as me, but the acorns.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever had an acorn year like this in quite a few years. Really.
Which are not saying lack of acorns. We're
Too
saying an abundance of acorns to the point of where deer were avoiding green and eating acorns.
Yeah, which is really weird. I mean, they eat that woody browse, but you think they need the water and they get it from the greens. But our water holes are empty.
Yeah.
I mean, like empty. Like,
Yeah. I had to fill my water holes 3 separate times this year. I've never had to do that.
Yeah. Well, how many times? I got 110-gallon tanks, and now, they're almost empty.
Yep.
I've never had that.
No.
So that's where they're getting their water. They're
Right.
eating the acorns, and everything's random. There's no constant, consistent movement
Right.
where you could just go pattern, a buck or whatever. You were hunting transition between bed and food, or what you thought was food, or between bedding and bedding to get your opportunity at a buck.
Right.
So, but we were successful.
We were. We got it done.
And we're going to talk about, or show you guys, Mike's hunt here.
Yes.
For which deer?
Flyer.
Flyer.
Buck. I know we probably talked about him several times.
Mm-hmm.
He was an animal that I had here last year. Actually, I have pictures of him last year.
And you let him
I
go?
let him go, which is hard for me to do here. I have 40 acres, everybody knows.
Yep.
I let him go. Real long main beamed buck last year. His one beam was broke off. About halfway through the year he broke. Not the whole beam, but the front part of the beam off.
Yep.
I had 4 encounters with him. Easily, I could have taken him.
Yeah.
Easily, I could have taken him. And then I also seen him when we got back from out west, because we were back a little early last year.
Yeah.
And I sat, and I actually had the gun
Yeah.
for a different deer, just in case I couldn't shoot him with the bow. I did have the bow, but I took the gun just in case.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yep.
And whoops, quit hitting that. It'll
Yeah.
stop doing that.
It'll stop doing that.
But yeah, I had him there too, let him go. Also let the 10-pointer go,
Right.
which is the one I was after, which was King.
Yep.
He disappeared off my cameras for 23 days.
And?
And I seen him the other day.
You did? Where'd you see him?
Yeah, well, I saw his head laying on the floor of the deer processor guy that's about 5 miles from me.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
one of the neighbors shot him, was it a quarter mile?
Yeah.
Across the road, shot him, which is why he's gone.
Yep.
So I did not know that. My
Right.
hunt going in, he just hadn't been there in 23 days.
Yep.
So I shifted my focus to Flyer was my next buck that I wanted to take.
Yeah, he's your number 2 on the property.
And did not plan to want to take him, obviously. Would I have been able to pass him had he came and I knew the 10 was still here? No,
Right.
probably not. I probably would have shot him.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so that was my next opportunity. We were kind of splitting to check some other stuff out after all those days in a row of really not having any luck, and he actually showed up on my camera. I think it was that night before I went. He showed up coming back again.
Yeah, we might want to add there too, just so everybody knows, it was the night before they cut the corn next door.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that probably had a lot to do with it.
Yeah, they cut the corn on that. Well, we were here, Thursday?
Thursday the 28th.
Thursday
yeah.
the 28th. They cut it. Were we here Thursday? No, we were at your place. They cut it Wednesday, maybe.
No, because we were here when they were cutting it. You were sitting in the back
yeah.
corner.
Yeah. Oh, Saturday I shot them. So Thursday the 27th,
Yeah.
they cut the corn.
Yep.
Friday we were back at your house, or back at your property.
Yep.
And then we decided we were gonna, you're gonna try maybe your brother-in-law's. I was gonna try here bring Phil in and let him hunt a little.
Yep.
So yeah, the corn was down, at least a lot of the corn was down, not
Not
all
all
of
of
it, but a big chunk of it on the back side of my property, so, and he showed back up
Yep. That night.
that night, yeah, I got on camera, and how I know that I have cell cams, in case anybody knows, it's not like I'm running in and out checking my cams, so that's one lucky thing I have there
Right.
with that, so.
Yep. Well, he came in, and you got your opportunity, so we're going to show this hunt
Yep.
with Mike on his, I'm not going to call him number 2, but one of the shooter bucks on the property.
Yes.
And one that you're more than happy to take on a beautiful whitetail. So
100%.
you guys check this hunt out with Mike, and we appreciate you guys watching. If you get a chance, remember to subscribe to the channel here at YouTube, Rush Outdoors Wisconsin.
Yep, keep checking us out, we appreciate it. All the likes, shares, comments, keep them coming.
What's up, everybody? It is October 29th here in southern Wisconsin. Mike Stather here at the Obsession Podcast, Rush Outdoors Wisconsin. It is day 9 of my vacation. Carl and I took off on the 20th of October and started hunting. Weather has been horrible. The temperatures have been upper 60s, middle 70s. South winds, which is odd for this time of year. Movement has been slim to none. We went several days without seeing any deer. We've been basically doing about 16-hour days. We've been traveling back and forth to his place, the Triple B. We've been here on my land, the BMR, a few times. We haven't seen, big buck movement. Each of us have one day seen actual kind of, rut type movement. But so last night, we decided he's gonna go to his brother-in-law's this morning. I was gonna come back here to my house. I got my buddy Phil with me today. He's about 800 yards on this ridge behind me to the east. So I'm gonna stand here that Carl and I set this summer. It's on the north side of my ridge. Bedding area is directly behind the camera. I got a food plot to the south of me, and I got a food plot to the north of me. I'm hunting a Big 10 that we named King here. He hasn't been on camera for 23 days, so I do have another buck that I will shoot if he comes up, that I named Flyer. He's a buck I let go last year. He did show up on camera last night here again, so we're hoping maybe he comes around. There's another good buck, Browse, that we let go last year that we would also shoot. And you never know this time of year, so we're going to sit here, see what happens. Like I said, Phil's not too far from me. See if we can get it done this morning. Stay around. 90 hours in the stand so far. Mike Stather here, Rush Outdoors, the Obsession Podcast. It is October 29th. I am at my house here. I think I just shot Flyer, one of my target bucks. Well, I know I just shot him. I think I heard him go down. But I'm freaking out. It happened really quick. I drew on him, punched him, I had the camera on. So, I don't know, I'm gonna just wait a little bit. I might go back and check the shot and just make sure that he's down. But I'm a little jacked up right now, so stick around. Hopefully we go find him in a little bit. I am freaking out right now. Here's my hero right here. That looks phenomenal. Now I'm pumped. I am jacked. I still haven't went and got him yet. I'm just waiting a little bit here, but bear with me here, bear with me. So I came down here. You can come up here, Phil. And I found my arrow, which I was in 100% panic mode. But the arrow looks really good. I have not went and seen him yet. And that is honest truth, but I know he's down. I heard him go down. I did sneak up and I can see his belly. So we're gonna go up and get him. And I'm almost positive it's Flyer that I let go last year. And I actually wasn't going to shoot him this year because I was after a 10. King, we called him, he's been gone now for 23 days, I think. So I don't think he's coming back. If he does, Phil can shoot him.
But who's counting the days?
Who's counting the days? So he did the ran through here. Luckily I saw him where he went. Now you can start seeing some blood. Right up here is where he stopped. He's standing. A little bit.
He's just gushing.
I could see him. Here. I snuck up and I see him laying right there, and I have not seen him yet. Look at that.
Jesus.
See his belly. There. Check him out. It is the buck that we call Browse. No.
Flyer.
Flyer. I'm messed up today. But we actually let this deer go last year. The Flyer, he had this point in here, that's what I call him, that he broke this main beam off last year. And we let him go, and I actually wasn't going to shoot him this year. I was after a big 10-pointer that I call King, and he's been gone for 23 plus days. I think he hasn't been on camera at all, and he actually showed up last night again. I came in. This is a stand that Carl and I hung new right at the base of this ridge, and this is a bedding back here, and he came walking out of there, and I was not ready. like normal. I did get the shot on film though, but great deer. I am totally pumped. Now the woods is Phil's if he wants it. So we're gonna get him out of here and we'll take some better pictures of him and check it out on the podcast, baby. Our work worked again this year. Small property, 40 acres. If you're not happy with this, you can't be happy. That's all I'm gonna say. But I'm gonna call Carl too, and Phil's here behind the camera, and I got my wife here, and we're gonna get him out of here and take some pictures.